Hello everybody and welcome back to Anxious Me, my journey with Fluoxetine. And as promised, today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. And I'm going to try to do this more often. So I'm going to kind of prefix these videos with letting you guys know and reminding you to leave comments down below. Leave me questions and I will use those to answer in videos. I'm going to try to keep the videos under 10 minutes. And because I can ramble on, we've learned that. So the past two videos, the past 2 days, I've given you guys a chance to ask some questions, so I'm going to read them now. So the first couple questions are from Hey Joe Hayes, and he says, "What careers?" His first question is, "What careers are you interested in?" I almost think like my anxiety and kind of being a shut-in may have formed my interests in what I would choose to have as a career, but I've really grown to enjoy making videos for YouTube and gaming videos and kind of just talking. I've honestly thought about being like a motivational speaker or some kind of speaker or like a ghostwriter for somebody or something, because I feel like I'm pretty articulate most of the time. I feel like I can put my thoughts out pretty easily, although I'm not doing that too well right now. So I don't know. As a career, I've thought about writing in some kind of form, like journalism, or I don't know. I don't know if I could write a book or anything, but I have my strong suits, like writing and speaking most of the time. I'm not proving that right now, but the ideal career for me would be anything stay at home, obviously, because, I have crippling anxiety, so any kind of stay at home job would be perfect for me. Be really interested in like a career online, like a YouTube career, but who knows how long that's going to last. It's been going on 10 years now, YouTube, and maybe 5 years or a little bit more. As far as like careers go and people actually making money on YouTube. It might not last forever either, so but anything at home I think would be good for me career-wise. His second question is, have you worked in the past? Yes, I have worked in the past. My first job I got at 17 years old. I worked at a trucking company, and I think they just hauled like dirt and gravel. They had a lot of dump trucks. And I would go there every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and I would wash the company trucks and get paid like $10 an hour, which was really good back then. But I got laid off because I was 17. And I was really, I did a quick job of it. I missed a lot of it. I missed a lot of spots on the truck. After that, I worked at Wendy's. I worked at a couple hotels. I worked at a car wash, which I really enjoyed working at a car wash. Actually, I worked at a car wash for a little over 1.5 years, I think. Have I worked anywhere else? I don't think so. Nowadays, I kind of just do work for my parents. I help my parents out whenever they need help. They kind of pay me some money here and there just to keep me in gas money and a little bit of spending money. So we're at 3 minutes now. Okay, so real quick, let's take a pause. I want to take my medication. So, I don't know. I feel like I said I'm good at talking, and I did not prove it at all. As far as careers go, I want to be an entertainer though, of some sort. Hopefully on YouTube. I'd love to have a YouTube career. I'd love to make a living off YouTube. That would be great. But I don't know. Everyone's trying to do that job now, and I have worked in the past, as I've explained. So I think for these videos, I think I'm just going to answer like one person's questions at a time, assuming they ask multiple questions, because Joe Hayes here asked a couple questions. So I'm going to answer Joe's questions now. There are other questions from other people. I'm going to answer those tomorrow, but please be sure to leave comments down below if you want to get your questions in. So let's take my 20 milligrams of fluoxetine down the hatch. And an update on today. I feel great. Haven't gone anywhere. The big storm never really hit where I live. Kind of went around us. But I'm just trying to think of a quick update to tell you guys. I'm doing fine today. Doing good. Okay, so he's got a couple more questions here, and I think he has another question. He does, okay. Have you gone to college or university, or would you like to? I have not gone to college. I actually dropped out halfway through senior year in high school. I took some culinary arts classes that were considered college credits. So I may have taken like some college, technically, maybe. And he also said, what would you like to study? That's a hard question. Psychology, I'd be interested in. Not necessarily like the medical field. Just like recreational psychology, if that makes sense. I don't want to help people with their problems necessarily. I just kind of, I don't know. And then a trade. I love to do a trade, like carpentry. I'm really good with my hands. You know, I've used hammers and nails and screws and screwdrivers and drills and saws. I've used that my whole life, so I think it'd be good for me to, if I did go back to college, which I would like to, back to college. If I did go to college, which I would like to, I think I'd probably take carpentry or welding or something like that. And then he said, I picked those questions since I got asked this a lot. Yeah, those are pretty common questions. And then his other questions were, what hobbies do you have other than gaming? Not much to brag about, to be honest. Hobbies? I mean, none, I guess. That's kind of sad to think about. I don't know. I like to keep my hands busy. If I'm not playing video games, I do woodwork, because we have a shop here, and a lot of times I'll go out there and just cut wood and put stuff together, like, I don't know, make a bunch of picture frames, or I don't know, make boxes for no reason. I don't know. I like woodworking, I guess, would be a good hobby. But my big hobby, and the one I absolutely love, is YouTube. And making videos. Even making these. Even though these are just one takes, there's no editing to it whatsoever. I still enjoy getting in front of the camera and talking to you guys. And hopefully they turn out well. This is the first time I'm doing questions, so this is probably all over the place today. I'll try to tighten some screws down as we go and make these videos a little more structured. But this is the first time I'm doing questions, so I kind of want to continue doing questions because I don't want to repeat myself and say the same dumb stuff all the time. So, one or two more questions, I think, from Joe Hayes. His next question is, what are some of your favorite bands? So I like all kinds of music. I'm not really a fan of techno or house music or dubstep or any of that kind of stuff, but I love everything from punk to rock to rap to country music. I like folk music. I like blues. I even like some pop music. There's some Katy Perry songs or some Justin Bieber songs I'll sing along with. I don't give a shit. Sorry for cussing if people are offended by that. I just like good music. I like catchy, good music. My favorite bands, though, I'm definitely a metalhead above everything else. My favorite band of all time, it's a toss-up between Pantera and Slipknot. Listening to both of them for a very, very long time. In fact, I won't show you my room, but I have Pantera and Slipknot posters and stuff all over this room. And then I love rap. I love rap music. Not really mainstream rap. Probably nobody you guys would know of. I just really like everything. It's hard to pick favorites. I love country music. I love... I can't think of any names at all. I promise you I know them, though. I feel like I'm put on the spot right now, so I don't want to sit here silently staring off into space trying to think of names. Kenny Chesney, that's a country singer. I like him. I like all kinds of music. I just like good music. I'm very versatile in that way, I guess. And then his last one's a statement, and I'll read this. I apologize if you didn't want this read out loud, but he also said, I'm still having a difficult time getting out of the house. I really need to go on a walk to keep at least my body healthy and in motion. Excuse me. Yes, I worry about that quite often because I'm always sitting down. You always hear stories about people getting blood clots in their legs when they sit down too much, and other things happening when they're not keeping their body in motion. Don't stress yourself about going on like a half-hour walk. Don't stress yourself on that. Just walk around your house one time or something. You gotta take baby steps. No pun intended. You gotta take baby steps and work towards these things. You don't want to jump head on into it and go for a 10-mile jog or something like that. If you want to get out of the house more and you want to start walking more, and getting exercise, start just by walking down to the end of your street and walk back and call it a day. You know, if you do that and you make, you know, you walk there and you walk back to your yard or your house or your apartment, whatever it is, and you feel like you could do it again, then do it again. Walk to the end of the street and walk back. Do that for a couple days, and then after a while, that'll start getting really comfortable and easy to do. And then walk a little further. Maybe walk to the next street or walk around the block and then come back and, you know, call it a day and then do it again the next day. And then eventually you'll be, you know, you'll be able to add time to it rather than distance. Because you want to start out with, I'm going to go here to there and back. And then once you get comfortable doing that, then you can start saying, okay, I'm going to go walk for 30 minutes. And then, you know, put a timer on your phone or whatever and walk for 30 minutes. But all that time stuff, and you don't want to bog your mind down too much, because you know just as well as I do that our minds are crazy overactive, and if you give it too much to think about, it'll just give you more reasons to worry. So don't bog yourself down, don't stress yourself out, take it really easy. I still have a hard time getting out of the house, and even if it's just walking outside and sitting in a chair outside for 10 minutes and just looking at the clouds, or, you know, going through Facebook, or if you have YouTube on your phone, just go outside and watch one video, watch one 15-minute video on YouTube, and then go back inside, because that is better than nothing. Trust me, you'll feel better about it, because there's nothing worse, and I did this for so long, there's nothing worse than going to bed and trying to think about what you've done that day, and there's nothing to think about. You literally did one thing all day. Like I used to do that all the time. It kind of helps me to fall asleep at night. Here's my trick. And we're over 10 minutes. Like I said, we're not going to be over 10 minutes, but here's my trick. If I'm falling asleep, or if I'm trying to go to sleep and I can't fall asleep, I'll go through the alphabet in my head. So I'll go A, then I'll think about what I did this day, what I did that day. So I'll be like, okay, so A, anxious me. I recorded an anxious me today. And then I think about what I talked about, and, you know, maybe how long the video was. I just think about every little aspect of it. And then I go to B and I say, okay, B, what I do today start with B. Well, I ate a banana. And then I'm thinking, okay, how many bananas do we have left? I probably need to get some more bananas. You know, go to C, cookies. I had cookies today, ate all the cookies. Well, I didn't eat all the cookies. Somebody else in the house ate all the cookies. But, you know, you just think about everything that happened and go through the alphabet. Now, what was my point? What was my point about going through the alphabet? I do not remember. Something about going to sleep and having an issue. I really don't remember. I feel like a total goof. Wow, drawing a total blank now. Overactive mind. Well, I feel like a total ass. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm a little out of it today. I did not get enough sleep last night. I probably should have said this in the beginning, because there's probably people looking at me right now saying this guy's out of his mind. He can't keep a straight thought. The medication's driving him crazy. That's not the case. This is my fault, not the medication's fault. I went to bed last night at 6 a.m. I stayed up all night until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then woke up at like 11 or 12, got about 5 or 6 hours of sleep maybe, and it was not restful sleep, so I am way out of it today. And I apologize for that. I almost regret this video. I always watch these videos before I post them, but since I took the medication in it, it's always a one take, so I can't redo it. So this is uploading as it is. So I'm going to end it here. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, please leave them down in the comments below, and I will ask them in upcoming videos. If you don't hear your question asked or answered today, watch tomorrow. If it's not in tomorrow's, it will be the next day. I promise to answer everybody's questions, and I promise to start reading them ahead of time, so I'm a little bit more prepared than I was today. I literally opened the page right when I hit record. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it's another 15-minute video. I'm going to try to keep these under 10 minutes. Please leave me your questions so I have more to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow.